What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle Bernier. This is the Strain Forward Fitness YouTube channel. This channel exists to provide tons of value around fitness, motivation, wellness, lifestyle, the whole thing. I'm a competitive CrossFit athlete, now soon to be, I think, a HYROX athlete. I just did my first HYROX event, so this video is going to be a recap of that, and then my thoughts will be at the end of it. What I thought about the event, and how I think you should train if you're going to train for HYROX. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to make sure to listen to that if you're going to go into HYROX or do any sort of hybrid training. So I'm now a competitive HYROX athlete, competitive CrossFit athlete. I'm also an online fitness coach. I've been doing this for, I don't know, 15 years. I train people and help them to lose 30, 40 pounds or more, depending on their specific goals. Anyways, glad you guys are here. I made this video and the end video after the whole process. So this is the intro video. The conclusion video will be at the very end. We're going to get right into me waking up Saturday morning with the bedhead and the whole thing, and going to the event, not having shoes, and then not having socks, and then getting shoes but still not having socks, and then running and competing. My son showed up to cheer me on, so you get to see that. Also, the actual footage, I didn't have a videographer, so the footage was not horizontal, so it's going to go from horizontal, really pretty, to vertical videos, and they're just quick little splices. It was the best I could do until I can hire a videographer for my competitive events in the future. I hope you guys don't mind. Bear with me as I am growing in this channel and developing. Anyways, this is the quick intro. Hope you guys enjoy the recap, and then again, stay tuned to the very end, so I'll give you my insights and some insights on how to train hybrid. Anyways, here we go. What is up, you guys? Good morning. Just woke up. Today is my first ever HYROX event, so I'm gonna take you along for that. I want to let you guys get a behind the scenes look at the nutrition, the actual event, you know, the whole process. See what kind of content we can make out of it. Should be fun. Did not sleep worth a crap last night at all. So that'll be interesting to see how I feel competing, having not slept very good, but that is a part of life. I'm about to make some coffee, get hydrated, get some carbs in me, and I'm gonna leave here in about probably 45 minutes, get it there by 7. The event's at 8, and we're gonna roll. So, should be fun. The goal is to finish under an hour. Well, probably an hour and 5, somewhere in there. Finish all that. That should be good. We'll see. Anyways, let's do it. Okay, so the first key to competing really, really well, any point in time in life, no affiliation with Keon. I'm just showing you coffee. Just drink a bunch of coffee. Caffeine in general. Just get caffeinated. Just so much so that you go numb. And then when you go numb and you don't feel pain, you can go harder. Makes sense, right? I'm just kidding. Yes, caffeine is actually really good. And today I'm actually going to take some of this. Let me show you some. Where's that? It's this stuff right here. Some beta-alanine. Beta-alanine is also really good for it just, in layman's terms, it buffers the burning sensation you feel in the muscles. So you don't feel it as intensely, which means theoretically you can go harder. So I'll take some of that. I'm gonna get some carbs. The carbs, since it's so early, they're just gonna be these. Go squeeze. But these ones have electrolytes in them. My son loves these, I love these. It's like 16 grams of carbs per pouch. So I'm trying to find a good lighting, sorry guys. 16 grams of carbs per pouch, so I'll probably have like 3 of them right now, maybe 4. Just get a bunch of carbs in there, let it digest. So that way my stomach will be, empty, but I'll have some energy right there immediately to run off of. And then post-workout, I'll get some protein, I'll go get some breakfast and do that whole thing. And I'm also drinking 32 ounces of water, big 32 ounces of water, put some sea salt in there.
trying to think what else I'm gonna put on there. Probably just some sea salt and some magnesium, so I get those electrolytes as well. But yeah, that's my pre-race nutrition. Nothing crazy. Really, the biggest thing is caffeine and a cold shower. Always gonna take a cold shower every single morning, regardless. Cold shower is amazing. I wish I had a cold tub. Eventually, I'm gonna have a cold tub. Eventually, listen, I'm trying to get some sponsorships. I'm early on in these days. Whoever's watching these videos is watching me early on in these days, trying to get some sponsorships and grow my brand and do all that stuff. So eventually, I'm gonna get some sponsorships. Shout out to Plunge or Cold Life or one of you guys who wants to take a chance on me. That'd be sick. Make some cool content around. But that's what I would jump in right now. One of those. Just freeze my nuts off. And then go compete. So anyways, that's pre-race nutrition. Also, in case anybody's wondering what water filter I use Water Drop Filter. Again, no affiliation, but it's the one I use. It's been solid. It's pretty cool. You can press this twice. I already pressed it twice, man. Just press it once. Fills up. Press it off. Kind of cool. And then check out my coffee machine. Got this for 30 bucks. No idea who this brand is, but it has been awesome. Especially since I just moved to my new place and I wasn't trying to drop a dime on a freaking coffee machine. It's like one of those like really cheap hotel machines. You know what I mean? Like the ones in a hotel where you're like, is this thing gonna break? Is it gonna melt the plastic? Because it just feels so crappy. But yeah, it's been great. Anyways. Oh yeah. Big old cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Ain't nothing better than that, man, I tell you what. Guys, I completely screwed up. I did not bring a pair of running shoes. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna treat this as a review of my new PELUVAs. I forgot my running shoes, so I'm gonna do the whole event in my barefoot PELUVAs, and I will give you guys my honest feedback on how my feet felt, how the shoes felt, the wear and tear, durability, the whole thing. I was driving and I was like, I realized it, and I was already 15 minutes down the road. And I was like, well, maybe I can turn around. But I would have got back to my house at 7:15. Then would have got back here at 7:45 and the event's at 8 a.m. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So, running in these it is. Let's see how it goes. Hopefully my Achilles doesn't pop on me. This place is massive, absolutely insane. And I'm just following the crowd. I have no idea where to go. Everyone's warming up. Some people look super serious. Let's go. Got all registered. Got this. Funny story, I didn't know there were two divisions, a pro and an open. I signed up for open, so I'm actually gonna ask if I can get into the pro division, which would be later tonight, which would be cool, because then I could go home and get my running shoes and then actually show up later and do the division I'm more qualified for. The open, just, I'm pretty fit. I need to be doing the harder division, so let's see what they say. Okay, they said no. There's no more spots, so I guess I'm doing the open division. No biggie. I also just found out that my start time is at 10:20 a.m. 10:20. So I lost sleep and got up early for nothing. I couldn't get my heat time loaded because I signed up too late, or I activated my ticket too late. Not a good look. Forgot my shoes and activated my ticket too late.
I could have turned around now to get my shoes. What the F? Whatever, who cares? I'm just gonna hang out, get some content, run a little bit, have some fun. Also need to find somebody who can film me running and doing the events. See what I can do. Check out the ice baths. These are cool. This is cool. I'm getting the lay of the land. I'm trying to get a feel for like where you do everything, how you do everything. So check it out. That's where the burpees are. Sled pulls over there. I'm not sure if you guys can read it, but that's sled push over there. Ski ergs are way down there. Wall balls. It's loud as crap in here too. This fires me up, dude. I'm ready to get back into competing. Man, this fires me up. All right, and here are all the rowers. All right, so over there is where I just showed you guys. All the rowers, sandbag lunges. I can't see what that one is over there. All right, I just had to get the rundown about how this actually works. So let me break it down for you guys. It starts with 2 laps in the tunnel. So from where I'm at, the tunnel is way over there, next to the warm-up area. Hope you guys can hear me. You run 2 laps, then you come in and you go to the first event, and they're all numbered numerically. So you go to number 1, which is the skier. You run 2 laps, you go to number 2. You run 2 laps, go to number 3. And all the stations are in the center, and you run around the outside. So pretty straightforward. A little bit more simple than I thought, because it's a little overwhelming when you get here. Like, you just see a bunch of fences, you see the things, you see the events. You're like, all right, well, where do I go? What do I do? So music's loud. Anyways, that's the event. My goal is to absolutely smash this. I'm a pretty aerobic guy, so I want to get like sub 1 hour. I just want to go off. I'm getting fired up right now. Okay, guys, I changed my mind. I'm running into these. I just went and bought a pair of these Pumas. It's like 130 bucks. I needed some new running shoes anyways, but I'm gonna wear these instead. The barefoots, just probably not a good idea, having never trained in them at all. I could make it, but it would be like, I'd be hurting. So anyways, I'm gonna run in these. This should be fine. I need to find some socks though now. I need to find socks. And I'm hanging out for 2 hours, so I might take a nap. I'm gonna go find a snack, take a nap, get up, and hit this thing. All right, I've got about 40 minutes until I go. So I'm gonna start warming up soon. Probably just 10 minutes of running, just get my heart rate up, get the blood flowing. Maybe do a little bit of like something to blow my quads up, like a wall sit or something, because that sled pushes first. So I'll do that, chill out for a few minutes, and then we roll at 10:20. I'm still trying to find someone who can video me during my event. And I didn't find socks. So there's that. I'll let you know. All right, well, I go in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes-ish. So I'm gonna start warming up. This is the warm-up area. Probably do a little cardio, go over there and run for a minute. Move some of the objects, see how it feels. Nothing crazy, but pretty fun. You really gotta get super warmed up for something like this. You wanna kinda go into it feeling a little bit relaxed. If you go into it super hyped up, you're gonna burn out really quick. So slow and steady wins the race. Pretty quick little warm up. Heart rate's up. My adrenaline's going. Got the legs burning. Now it's cruise and move. What's up, you guys? Quick interruption to the video. If you've ever found yourself wondering what supplements, what products to use, trying to do a ton of research on this, that, and the other, and you just find yourself overwhelmed, I want to help you cut through the BS. Go through the links in my description of this YouTube video and all my other YouTube videos. These are all the products that I use and trust and have done podcasts with the owners of these companies, because I understand how hard it is to understand what to use, when to use it, how to use it, the whole thing. So if you go to the description in this video, you're going to see a list of a bunch of different things, from red light therapy, organ meats, organ meat seasoning, water filters, air filters, whatever. If anything in there piques your interest, click on that link, go to their website, and at least check it out. And if you find yourself wanting to purchase it, use my code, save yourself some money, support these great companies, support your boy so I can keep making some great content for you guys. I just wanted to interrupt the video to let you know that I've really tried to provide value to you guys, not only with the content, but also with what products, what supplements, what things to use to better yourself. So anyways, go check that out. Keep moving forward. Love you guys. Back to the video. Hey, show me your burpees. Let me see. Sorry. Oh. What do you see, dude? You see the airplanes? Did you ask if they're real? No. No, they're not real. I wish they were real. They're pretty cool. Yeah. All right, I am finished up. It took me 65 minutes. Decently pleased with that. I think I won my heat, but you know, truthfully, I did the open division, not the pro division, so it was lighter. I would have liked to have been sub 65, but it's the running. You got to move faster on the runs. So, really happy with that. Overall, pretty solid. I'm sore, so I'm definitely signing up for another one in a cool location, pro division. I'm going to train harder for it, and I'm going to try to go 65 again in the pro division. I think that'd be cool. So, anyways, appreciate y'all watching. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see some other content. I love you guys. So that was my first ever HYROX event here in Atlanta, Georgia. I live just north of Atlanta, so I'm not in the downtown area. First little tidbit. The last time I was in the World Congress Center was actually 2017 when I qualified for regionals for the very first time in CrossFit. That was my first time qualifying. I went to regionals. I've not been back there since. So as I was walking around the arena, it was like deja vu. It was like, oh, wow, that's where I used to warm up. That's where that event happened, and that's where this happened. It was kind of cool. Like walk down memory lane. Thoughts about the event? Super, super, super fun. Very well run. I was very impressed just how well run it was. As far as heat times, like my heat time is 10:20. We started at 10:20. We corralled at 10:10. They brought us into the tunnel. They gave us a briefing. We watched this video, which was also extremely hype. I was getting fired up as I was watching it. And then at 10:20, 3, 2, 1, go. So that was really cool. A lot of the CrossFit events I've been to are not like that. They run behind, and I don't think it's always a fault on CrossFit. Sometimes it's just the people who are putting on the show. Maybe they're just not very good at the logistics. I don't know. But this event was really solid. I don't know if the other ones are like that. Hopefully they are. Either way, great first experience. The community aspect was incredible. So tons of people there, everyone cheering everyone on. There's people there who are, severely overweight. There's people there who are dealing with some sort of ailment in their body, and they were still out there crushing it. People are loving on them, taking photos and videos, and they're finishing the event, whether it's 2 hours or like myself, I finished an hour and 5 minutes. It didn't matter. Everyone's getting cheered on. So it was really, people are cheering me on. They don't even know me. So like, that was cool. Thirdly, and this is where I'll get into my insights around training. I found it very addicting. Love it. I love anything that pushes you, it challenges you. There's always another mountain to climb. You get to the top and then you realize just how much further you can go. And you're like, man, that's a fun feeling. I like that. It sucks me in. I'm already really good at the aerobic stuff. So it feels like I got a taste of like, man, I could be good at this. So I want to dive into some training on it, do another event. Very addicting. The only downside to training, to HYROX, is it is very aerobic. So the training for it is going to be a lot of aerobic work, a lot of anaerobic work, which is very, very good. You need some power output, but more than anything, you're going to need long endurance work. Probably intervals, where you're working at a higher threshold than you'll be competing at, which is good. That's that anaerobic piece I was just talking about. The only downside to training HYROX is if you're not mixing in some legitimate strength work. You've got to mix in strength work. And I'm talking like maybe even if it's just 3 days a week, if you want to really go all in on the HYROX stuff and do a ton of aerobic work, that's cool. 3 days a week minimum, you need to be doing, your front squats, your back squats, your lunging, your Cossack squats, so your keep mobility, seated pull, like just general lifting, like bodybuilding style, hypertrophy based, meaning you're in that 8 to 12 rep range, somewhere in there. Maybe you do some classic 5x5s with the compound lifts of just deadlifting, front squats, bench press, overhead press, even pull-ups, do some weighted pull-ups, whatever. You got to make sure you're lifting weights 3 days a week minimum, total body split. That would be the bare minimum. If you have the ability, the capability, the time, the resources, the energy level, then I would say do more than that. A 4 day a week split, still total body, maybe even a 5 day a week, and then you kind of break up your splits a little bit further than that. The point is, you need to be lifting weights. Additionally, something you also need to be adding in is straight up power work. I'm talking like 10-second bike sprints or less on the like assault bike or an echo bike, maybe 7 to 8 second all out maximal effort bike sprints, power cleans, or something that's explosive, plyometric, broad jumps, a set of 3, but you're jumping as far as you possibly can. Anything like that that's going to keep that top end nervous system still firing, because again, you're going to be doing a lot of slower aerobic work. So you need to be mixing in that stuff. So again, like I said, bike sprints, power cleans, push press, even so if you're working upper body, it's a total body movement, but it mixes in the upper body. It's a dip, drive, press overhead. That's really good. Anything like that. If you're going to do HYROX training, you need to be mixing that in. Stay mobile, meaning go to depth on your movements. Cossack squats again, deep lunges like an ATG split squat where you're lunging way out in front of you. Things like that. I'm trying to think, some overhead squat prep, or even if it's just with an empty bar, you're overhead squatting, so you're keeping that thoracic extension, the mobility in your shoulders, dead hangs on the bar. Again, guys, the point of all I'm saying, I know this maybe is a little bit overwhelming or confusing. You're like, dude, okay, so what do I do? I get that. The point is, don't just do the HYROX stuff. Keep everything else mixed in, minimum 3 days a week. Lifting weights. If you're doing that, you'll be fine. All the other stuff I said would be icing on the cake, but if you can fit it in, or if you have a coach or a program to follow, do that. Those are my thoughts around HYROX. So I think this sport could continue to grow and blow up. People love it. It's a low barrier to entry on skill level. It's a lot of fun. Again, like I said, it's addicting, and it's a traditional fitness event where there's a ton of people there. They're wearing all the gear. There's booths, there's the people selling stuff, there's food vendors. Like it's fun. It's a good time. It's high energy. Music is going all day. It's really, really cool. So I think this has potential to really blow up. Like I said, I'm going to for sure find another event. Another sidebar. I think I said this in the video. I can't really remember now because it was yesterday and today's Sunday and I'm making this video. But I didn't realize there was open and pro, so I got to sign up for a pro division. Sign up for pro, train for pro. Go. My goal would be, if I can finish under an hour and 5 minutes in the pro division on my first ever pro event, that'd be sick. Like, that'd be really cool. And then start to chip away. I realize Hunter McIntyre, if you somehow see this, I doubt you will, but if you somehow do, Hunter McIntyre's time is pretty crazy. 53 minutes world record time is outstanding. Also, there's a little kid outside this window, my class tour. He's just hanging out, waving at me. That's hilarious. Yeah, his time is impressive. So it'd be cool to maybe one day train and start to creep up on that. Maybe compete against him head to head. That'd be fun. Anyways, guys, love y'all. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it's helpful in some way. Like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you want anything else like this. I'm going to keep making content, keep working on the production. I think there was an ad splice in this talking about all the stuff I use as far as supplements, just products to stay healthy. They're all linked down there. You can go and check it out. Go support those guys. Support your boy. Support yourself. Love y'all. Till next time. I'll see you later.